Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history. I'm out here with Cecil, and today we are in Andersonville, Georgia at the Andersonville Cemetery, not to be confused with the Andersonville National Cemetery, which is at the location of the old Andersonville prison that dates back from the Civil War. No, we're here in Andersonville, the town, at this little cemetery here, actually coming to find another one of my relatives. So we're going to look at some of the graves here, and then I'll tell you about my relative when we find him. But first, today's video is actually sponsored by MyHeritage. I actually had a DNA match on here and discovered an aunt I never knew existed. Absolutely amazing there. So we've partnered with MyHeritage to do one of these DNA testing kits. And as you guys already know, I've been recently going down my own family tree, finding some of my own old family history. And so I'm really excited to do this DNA testing kit and see where I'm from. So let's do this real quick. All right, so we've got the kit here, and this is all the instructions on how to do it and how to send it back. All right, so here we go. We're about to get some DNA samples to send off. We have to make sure we go to MyHeritage's site and activate our DNA kit. We'll do that before we send it off. So here goes. Take our first swab here. All right, so here we go. 30 to 60 seconds. All right, so there we go. I'm going to put the swab in the vial here. Touch the bottom of the vial, and then we break off the swab like so, seal it up. Now we've got to do that one more time, mail it off, and I can't wait to see what the results are. All right, so the day is finally here. I just got the email that my DNA results came back, so I'm super excited to see what these are. While I've been waiting on the DNA results to come back, I've been using some awesome features that MyHeritage has, like colorizing this old family photograph. They have amazing photo tools on their website. But also having a MyHeritage premium account, you get access to old newspapers, old records. So I've been deep diving into some research, including finding this interesting old newspaper article that my great-great-great-grandmother had a bug in her ear for like a month that she had to go see the doctor for. So super interesting, lots of stuff to research on here, and really great. So now let's see what my DNA results are. All right, let's go. Here they come. Robert, you are 67.3% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. No surprise there. 18.7% English. I always heard that my family were Irish and English immigrants. And 11% East European. So that's going to be my Ukrainian heritage right there. Now that's surprising. 1.7% Iberian, which is Spain. And 1.3% Balkan. Maybe that's some of my Ukrainian ancestry as well right there. There we go. It's just come up. So yeah, it's interesting to see the different countries here. So obviously we've got Scotland, Ireland, and the UK in there. Like I said, I've always been told that my ancestors on my mother's side were English and Irish, and on my dad's side, I know that they're Scottish and Ukrainian. So we've definitely got some of the Ukraine here in the Eastern European. But interesting is the Balkan, which is Romania, Bosnia, Bulgaria, Hungary, and the Iberian, which is Spain and Portugal, I find very interesting. I don't know who that ancestor would be. So I'm really excited about this. I've always wanted to do one of these DNA tests, and of course confirm the English and Irish, but we still had a few surprises in there, like the Spanish and Portugal results, the Iberian, and even the Balkan. The Eastern European, I knew that already, but the Balkan is surprising as well. Now, for the big news on this, a really big surprise actually happened to me doing this DNA results. I actually had a DNA match on here and discovered an aunt on my dad's side that I never knew existed. Absolutely amazing there. And I had no idea. I had no idea that she existed. And I discovered an aunt and a cousin that I didn't know existed on here over in Germany. And we connected, and I found out how the connection came to be, and I was never told about them. Never knew that before. So an amazing discovery with the DNA matches on here as well. And again, great site. This is perfect for research, which obviously, as you guys know, is perfect for the line of work that I do here. So MyHeritage actually has a promotion right now. You can click the link in the description, pinned comments, or scan the QR code that should be appearing on your screen now, where you can sign up for a MyHeritage account yourself. And MyHeritage has also passed along another discount. If you use the code SIDESTEP, you get free shipping on your order, so make sure you do that as well to help support them. And a big shout out to them for supporting us here at Adventures into History. So on with the show. So I guess, do you know if this is a town cemetery, or is it associated with this church?
I'm not sure. It's on the map as Andersonville Cemetery.
All right, so here's a couple graves here. This is Mrs. Elizabeth Glover. She was born September 7th, 1810, and died December 13th, 1890. And Seners, S-E-N-E-R-S, if I'm pronouncing that right. Seners H. Clark, born December 8th, 1801, and died July 31st, 1862. So pretty old grave right there with gorgeous fence around it. Got a couple of matching headstones here, or maybe matching's not the right word. This is Elder Thomas K. Pursley, died May 17th, 1883, age 73 years. It says our mother and father at the bottom. And Elizabeth K. Pursley died November 24th, 1893, age 70 years. There's one, let's see, this is another Pursley. Thomas Bryan Pursley died September 6th, born September 6th, 1869, and died June 1st, 1884. Pretty young when he died. And we got to go around this neat little chapel here to get to the other side. That's a neat building, probably kind of modern construction, but the church that's over there says it was built in 1849, the one right there. And there's more across the road. Let's see what this is. The St. James Pennington Church, built in 1927 in a nearby wooded area by Brother James Bolin Lawrence, who was a friend to all, especially the poor and unfortunate. Donated to the Andersonville Guild in 1975 in memory of William Madison Pennington and Sons, Arthur Hewlin Pennington, and William Guilford Pennington, by their daughters Idalene Yates, Ruby Lacey, and Cleone Poteet. So, a 1920s chapel here. It's pretty neat. Some more of the old cemetery over here. I think I know where my relative is buried. First I want to look at this one. It's pointed like a Confederate marker, but it's not. It's Priscilla Darby, born October 25th, 1806, and died October 15th, 1889. As a wife devoted, a mother tender and true, her children rise up and call her blessed. And these are always neat graves right here. This is Burrell, son of Colin and Mamie C. Dorman, born May 21st, 1883, died September 5th, 1905. At the bottom it says gone but not forgotten. And Burrell, that's the name we're looking for. I think he's over here. But I could be terribly mistaken. And I am. That's not the right one. This is Danny I. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is not him, but this is his wife. This is Danny I, wife of Dr. B.L. Joiner, born August 10th, 1863, died January 23rd, 1885. None knew her but to love, none named her but to praise. So I'm not blood related to her, but I am through marriage because she married Dr. Burrell Joiner. And Burrell Joiner should be in here. I thought that he had a marker that I've seen a picture of, but maybe not. So Burrell Joiner is a cousin to me, and I'm not sure exactly, how that works because it's a cousin so many times removed, that sort of thing. But my third great grandfather, I get all the thirds, fourths, and fifths confused, but my third great grandfather was Shady Joiner. Cecil and I recently went to visit his grave, or Shadrach Joiner was his real name. At the time, I had some genealogy mixed up. I thought his dad was Wiley Joiner, or Willie Joiner, or William Joiner. His dad was actually Shadrach Joiner. Shadrach Joiner the first, so Shadrach Joiner the first would have been my fourth, if Shady's my third great-grandfather. He was an early settler in Sumter County, moved to a town called Danville that's now completely gone, and died early on. I think it was like 1858 he died, something like that, because I think you found the estate for him. So Shadrach II, Shady, went to live with Willie Joiner, or Wiley Joiner, or William Joiner. And they lived down in Randolph County. William Joiner's son was Burrell Joiner, and Shadrach, that's my fourth great-grandfather, Shadrach's father was Burwell Joiner, Burwell. William Joiner, who is also a son of Burwell Joiner, and Shady's uncle, had named his son Burrell Joiner, Burrell. And I think that this is him buried here. And if you got mixed up with me telling you all that, don't worry, I got mixed up saying it. So this should be his grave right here. Let's see. Yep, he was a doctor. Dr. B.L. Joiner. That's Dr. Burrell, Burrell Joiner. He was born March 18th, 1860, down in Randolph County, Georgia. And he died up here in Macon County, Georgia, December 25th, 1903. I believe he lived nearby in Macon County, Georgia. We are in Sumter County right now. What does that say? You got big words on his grave here. No ostentation marked his tranquil way. His duties all, looks like disarrayed, without display. But that can't be right. His duties all disehArYed. Whatever that is. So Dr. Burrell Joiner is my cousin of some sorts. He's I've got to think and get this right. So Shady II moved in with his uncle, Wiley Joiner, which is Burrell's dad. So that would make Burrell his cousin. So he's my cousin like 4 times removed, something like that. We got some more children here. Infant, daughter of Dr. and Mrs. B.L. Joiner, June 7th, 1899. That's all it says right there. an infant son of Dr. and Mrs. B.L. Joiner, October 16th, 1888. So other parts of my family tree here on my grandmother's side. It's always nice to meet relatives. All right, so coming out of the plot, the Joiner plot there, we're back at Burrell. I wonder if he was named. He was born in 1883. I wonder if he was named for Burrell Joiner. All these folks knew each other when they were alive. I've got some newspaper articles that I'll have to bring out on a future video that just shows how all these people interacted and knew each other. Because back in those days, the newspapers were kind of interesting in the way that they would document really plain events. Like they'd say something like Mrs. Olive Bryant went to go see, so-and-so. That's just an example, but we are standing at the grave of Mrs. Olive Bryant, wife of, what does that mean? S-U-P-T. I don't know. J.M. Bryant, July 18th, 1861 to March 15th, 1920. Houses and riches are an inheritance from fathers, but a proudest wife is from Jehovah. But a prudent wife. I'm not reading them right today. This one at the bottom says, death is eternal life. Why should we weep? It says, Mother, Permilia C. Dorman, July 4th, 1827. It's her birthday to June 14th, 1950. Her birthday's coming up. It's almost July 4th. It's almost like this wasn't carved out all the way. It says asleep in, and you'd think they would carve right there like asleep in Jesus.
It's on the side.
Oh, is it? Oh, interesting. That's interesting. So we got to come around the stone. Asleep in Jesus on the side. I thought they'd put it there. It looks like there's a place for an engraving right there that was never done. Josephine Solman, born 1837 and died May 21st, 1906. Gone, but not forgotten. Sullivan. Let's look at this one over here. There's a Woodman of the World over there in the corner. This is J-A-C-H-E-V-E-S. I don't know how to pronounce that. Born September 7th, 1861 and died March 21st, 1890. It's a nice stone. We got some newer burials. There's 1960s right there. And on down the side of this hill, I see some more newer ones. 1961, 2001 even. And then it looks like there's some even more modern burials over there. But we'll take a look at the Woodman of the World. The Woodman of the World was like a life insurance policy, basically, and they would provide you this headstone that somebody has maybe shot with a paintball gun or something. This is Woodman of the World Memorial. You've got the tree, of course, and Henry G. Dunn, January 22nd, 1889 to October 11th, 1937. The bottom it says gone, but not forgotten. And I actually have another relative buried out here. And I believe it's one of my green relatives that's buried out here. I don't remember who it is. I don't think it's a direct line. I think it's like another cousin or something. But I do remember the story is that they were digging a grave out here in the Andersonville Cemetery and hit his grave. And however they were able to identify it, they did. They discovered it, rediscovered it, I guess you'd say. So he's out here somewhere in an unmarked grave. Let's check out this child. This is Beulah English, born September 4th, 1889 and died February 2nd, 1890. The little babe has gone to rest, to reign with God forever blessed. Its little tongue will always promise a Savior's love, redeeming grace. All right, so let's go across the street.
Different Woodman of the world.
Yeah, I was about to say these are Woodmen of the world. This is different. In Memoriam, Supreme Forest Woodman Circle. Supreme Forest Woodman Circle. I've never heard of that before. Layla E. Peak, born February 18th, 1873, died April 27th, 1939. None knew her but to love her, except it says non, not none. Supreme Forest Woodman Circle. This one over here says Woodman of the World Memorial. William Comer Peak, born July 15th, 1871, died January 24th, 1952.
It's the Women's Auxiliary of the Woodman of the world.
Gotcha. Women's Auxiliary of the Woodman of the World. That's what the Supreme Forest Woodman Circle is. I've never seen one before now. We've got a Confederate grave right here. This is George B. Suber, Company K, 9th Georgia Infantry, CSA. I reckon he's probably one of these unmarked graves right here. And then got this beautiful little fence just encircling a plot. And that cedar tree has just started to grow into it. All right. And there's another little section across the road. Figured we'd take a look at. This looks like maybe just a single family plot. It must be the Williams plot. See the marker down there says Williams. And that's right here is W.A. Williams, born March 29th, 1870, died December 20th, 1907. Then Confederate marker on this one, 2nd Lieutenant John R. Williams, Company C, 10th Battalion, Georgia Infantry. He was born August 25th, 1842, and died May 2nd, 1921. His name is also down there. All of these are named, which is pretty cool. This one's from 1933, Mary Olive Williams. And that one over there is actually from 1957. So just a little family plot here. That one right there is only marked with a brick. The head and the foot of the grave. And here is this old church. Today it says Village Hall, so it's no longer actively a church, I reckon. It says 1843 on it. A beautiful old building here. All right, again, everybody, I want to give a big shout out to MyHeritage for supporting us here at Adventures into History and sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code and you get a 30-day free trial and use code SIDESTEP for free shipping. We'll see you next time on another Adventure into History.